and Marcus writes Sikora under Malona's Bachelor.
No limits. Marcus's life journey over his 27 years has already taken him to places no one could have imagined.
I was pregnant with Marcus when I was 19, and my parents and extended family on that side had the most awesome reaction to the diagnosis, in so much as that it was non-existent. He was just beautiful. He really just lit up every room all the time. So it's no surprise to me that he can still do that today. I always used to say that the universe knew Marcus's dad before I did. Their sense of humor is right on and the same, and they just make me laugh all the time together.
And with me today is the Aflac Duck. He's throwing eggs everywhere, dropping them on everyone. Watch out!
Marcus is endlessly creative. He's just got ideas all the time. He's just very upfront about what he thinks and feels, and that's pretty kind of cool and maybe rare thing. He's funny. His sense of comedic timing is perfect.
Nee, what's that, Doc?
Bugs Bunny.
He has a very silly relationship with his dad, a closer, a little bit more tender relationship with his mom. They always have a lot of fun. Marcus amazes me when he does something that you would think is amazing. You just kind of go, well, of course, it's Marcus.
What doesn't amaze me about him? Just his creativity, his energy, his drive, his just, again, ability to have that uplifting effect on everyone. Come on.
That Marcus does have what you would call special needs. He needs to have a peanut butter jelly sandwich every day. He needs to go to as many Broadway musicals as he can possibly squeeze in a year. He needs to wear a hat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He loves music, loves theater, knows more about Broadway than anyone I've ever encountered, knows word for word most of the songs and anything he brings me, he knows all the words.
I love to sing. I love to sing.
Good. Then he got more interested in writing.
Yes, and on stage, then I play real power. I'm a writer than an actor. I'm a singer.
Acting was just the beginning. Marcus was about to tackle his most ambitious project yet, a children's book called Black Day.
On Halloween morning, Brad delivered newspapers on his bicycle. And like every other morning, he did it while wishing he was a rock star instead of a paper boy.
Marcus and I write together every weekend. Marcus had talked about, for actually a few years, was a band called Black Day. And it was a monster band.
We are the band, Black Day.
We would meet once a week and talk about the book, and we'd go over illustrations and test renders. He had actually sketched all of the characters in the book and had an idea of what they should all look like, and that just blew me away.
Hey, he said,
I want to be in your band.
Frankenstein stood up and said in a loud, rumbling voice,
Get out of here, kid. You can't be in
It's a book about inclusion, and the main character is named after Marcus's friend Brad.
You really know you're in the inner circle with Marcus when you are, featured as a main character.
An accomplished author, actor, and singer, Marcus is also an advocate.
I never would have imagined that we would be speaking at the United Nations, and we did.
It's a round awards that the people just take about Down syndrome.
We've toured the country, we've with his book tours. Marcus's biggest following on Facebook on our page is Omaha, and his second biggest is London. He's huge in Europe.
He's to help people.
Advocacy has become a mission for the Sikora family, especially when it comes to health care for adults with Down syndrome.
When Marcus was about 21, I decided that we would start a blog because I saw that if you Googled healthy adults with Down syndrome, it was like cobwebs would float across the screen. Global's initiative to have a clear set of guidelines for adults with Down syndrome for medical people will help adults across the country.
On the research side, I think that's wonderful because it's such a comprehensive study that's being done.
The Human Trisom Project is the largest cohort study of the population with Down syndrome. People with Down syndrome can make very unique contributions to society. Our goal is to improve the health of people with Down syndrome so that we can see the great artistic, scientific, and societal contributions.
I think Global has done a great job with the C Center for Kids and stuff. It is essential in Colorado that the Clinic for Adults with Down syndrome is set up. Medical care will be improved, and this may even have effect on longevity.
We appreciate everything that Global is doing to celebrate and enhance and extend the lives of all people with Down syndrome. This is an organization that is working to help my son right now. And it's not just lip service. They go out, they get the right partners, they spend the money doing what they say they're going to do, and they get results.
To prove the point, Global helped organize an unprecedented and landmark congressional hearing focused on the lack of NIH-sponsored Down syndrome research just last month.
Our children and adults with Down syndrome who are American citizens deserve to know that there is research funding and medical care available to them that allows them to reach their true potential.
That their whole purpose is to promote the best possible health and behavioral health care. Global will not stop until they've completed all that they've promised for people with Down syndrome. And I absolutely admire that determination, and that's why I work with them.
We are so excited to have Marcus Sikora as our ambassador this year for the Be Beautiful, Be Yourself fashion show. His parents, Mardra and Quinn, and his grandparents, Marcia and Mark, are fabulous and very supportive, and I think that's why he himself is a great self-advocate.
For Marcus, being the Global Down Syndrome Foundation ambassador is further proof that the possibilities are endless.
So I'm very excited that Marcus is the 2017 Global Down Syndrome Foundation Ambassador. I think he understands what it's all about too, so he's glad to be a participant.
And as your ambassador, Marcus has some final thoughts he would like to leave you with.
You're not tuning in, buddy. Eat healthy, stay fixing. You to behave. Stand up, be the you are.